To force a Game 7 Friday night here in OHL primetime. Doug, Scott, take it away.
Play underway here in the first period as it goes down deep inside. Belleville that deserves a lot better than the way it has finished for him. Out in front, Jason Dale buries one for the Battalion. They lead it 1-0 in the slot.
And you mentioned it off the top, Doug, the noise in this building. We haven't heard anything like it all year. And Jason Dale gets the home side off to the strong start. Less than 4 minutes in the slot, untouched. The one-timer snaps it by McCollum. Great work by Thomas Stajan along the wall. Out battles of a Belleville Bulls defender to set up Jason Dale on a beautiful pass play. And the Battalion, the start they're looking for, Douglas.
On the boards, here we go. There's a tilt deep inside as Johnson going toe-to-toe with Sam Carrick. And Carrick throwing some big rights, coming over top of Johnson. Carrick throwing back. Johnson goes down. Carrick's on top. And they'll be both going to the box after a nice little tussle.
Another reason you know what a huge game this is, Doug. The rook, Sam Carrick, dropping the mitts with Stephen Johnston. And Johnston, a guy who missed 9 games.
Control of it. Peluso trying to get away from Subban. Back to the point. Hodgson today. His shot to the front of it. Hits the body. They score! Matt Duchene on the power play. 14 seconds left in the penalty to Luke Pither. And the Battalion take a 2-0 lead.
And the power play awakens, Doug. Just 2 for the last 25 heading into this man advantage. And what do they say? Got to be lucky to be good, good to be lucky. Anthony Peluso, though, doing exactly what's called of him, creating havoc in front of the net. And the puck ends up going off. I believe it ends up going off the Belleville defender in front. I believe it went off Subban. Goes right on the stick of Matt Duchene, who's got the open cage. The power play strikes. It's 2-0 Battalion.
Matt Kang. Johnson to the side of the net. McCollum with a save of his own. Rebound. Puck is down. They score. Brandon Mashinter. It's 2-1.
Well, great chances at both ends, Doug. And as you mentioned, Mike Murphy, a terrific pad save on Matt Kang. And the Bulls bring it right back down. And the initial shot here goes off of Thomas McCollum's mask. And that might have confused him just a little bit as we get a look at Kang robbed by Mike Murphy, as you said, Doug. And back the other way, the Bulls come. And it ends up being Brandon Mashinter who ends up tapping it into the open cage. There's a shot by Judson that catches McCollum in the mask. Rebound to Tanaka, who plays it over to Mashinter. Double overtime win.
Here's a break. Palmieri right out in front, goes to the back, and he scores! Nick Palmieri tying the game.
Well, just what we talked about, Doug, is anybody had a hotter stick than Nick Palmieri in this series. And on the power play, the Belleville Bulls draw even at 2 on a puck that was bouncing towards McCollum. I thought at first McCollum might come out, decided to stay in the net. He gets backed in, and Palmieri goes to the backhand, gets his 8th goal now in the last 4 games, his 13th of the playoffs overall. And we have ourselves a brand new hockey game here in Brampton, nearly halfway through the second period. We've got ourselves a 2-2 tie.
Erickson goes after it for the Battalion. He's able to clear it along the boards, but Pageau gets it back to the front of the net. Backhand, they score! Nick Palmieri finishes off the natural hat-trick.
Wow, what a turn of events here, Doug, in the second period. And moments before that goal from Palmieri, the Battalion got caught on a line change, nearly a 4-on-1. And McCollum came up with a huge stop, but the Bulls, who've been all over the Battalion here in this second period, and there's Nick Palmieri left alone in front of the net. As initially Matt Clark tried to block the shot, wasn't able to get enough of it. As we get another look at it right here, squirts loose to Palmieri, and he dribbles one past Thomas McCollum, and I'm telling you, unbelievable turn of events here in the second period as Palmieri snipes to give the Bulls a 3-2.
Hodgson hangs onto it. Back up top. Tanski couldn't get the shot away. Rebound, Kang. Duchene scores! Matt Duchene tying the game on the power play. His second goal of the game. It's 3-3.
You talked about how important it was here, Doug, in the opening 5 minutes of the third for the Battalion to come out with a response after a very, very, very lackluster second period, and they get their second power play goal of the night, something that's been hurting all over the place. And Mike Murphy just simply got caught out of position there. I think he got thrown off a bit, really, on the Tanski whiff. He kind of fanned on it. Murphy moved over in that direction. Puck ends up working his way back to Matt Duchene, and really, he had an open side there to put it by Mike Murphy, but Matt Duchene You talk about having a hot stick for the Battalion. His 12th of the playoffs, Matt Duchene.
Knocked away from him by Marquette. Hodgson follows up. Grachev sweeps it up. They score! Cody Hodgson and the Battalion have the lead 4-3. What a no-look pass from Evgeny Grachev.
And Evgeny Grachev has been huge tonight here, Doug. We talked about off the top of the broadcast that they were going to have to bring it big time tonight. And Grachev certainly has. He's had plenty of opportunities. Great work again from Jason Dale along the wall. Hodgson helps out. Puck squirts loose to Grachev. No-look pass. Nobody picks up on the captain, who's all alone in front of the net. And really, is this a carbon copy of Game 4 or what? I mean, 2-0, then it was 2-1. Battalion came back. It's what we're seeing so far anyway.
Thorne puts it in the corner. I mean, don't take your foot off the gas for the last 12 minutes. Duchene out of the corner. Sharp angle shot. They score! Matt Duchene with the hat trick. The Battalion lead by 2, 5-3. What a play by Duchene coming out of the corner.
And what a turn of events. And Matt Duchene, absolutely, you talk about putting the pedal to the metal, Doug. Matt Duchene bringing it tonight. The hat trick, and we see some hats flow down here the ice at the Powerade Center of the Battalion. 3 unanswered here in the first 7.5 minutes. 7:26 if you want to get real specific with it, to make it a 5-3 hockey game. And while the hats come down, you see the Bulls hanging their heads a little bit. They're going to want to regroup this veteran squad, but what an absolutely gorgeous effort from Matt Duchene, Doug. You said it. And he ends up being able to squeak that pass.
And a 30-second
shot through Mike Murphy.
A 30-second timeout has been called because of all the hats raining down on the ice here at the bunker in the Powerade Center, partner. But does that give the Belleville Bulls a chance to stem this tide a little bit?
Well,
fired wide. Bouncing puck. Mashinter keeps it in, gets the return pass out in front. Backhand, he scores! It's 5-4. Brandon Mashinter with a huge goal for the Belleville Bulls.
Well, you can't say this one isn't going to be entertaining, Doug. Right down to the wire. And we talk about so much time left to play. A veteran Belleville Bulls team that's been here before. They're not going to panic. And Brandon Mashinter, second of the game, upstairs on McCollum. Battalion not hard enough on the puck in their own end, and the puck squirts loose, and he goes backhand cheese on Thomas McCollum. And 10.5 minutes remaining in this third period, 5-4.
That brings Tanaka on the ice. Bulls doing everything they can to tie this game up and send the series back to Belleville. Out in front, Grachev picks it off. Tanski tied up with his man. Grachev brings it to center. Wheels it past. Grachev's got the open net. Can he slide the puck in? He certainly can! 6-4, Battalion lead it. $1.06 left in the third period of play.
And what a head of steam by the Russian, Doug. He got that puck, and it was not going to be denied as he scooped the puck down the boards, went straight through the Battalion defender. I thought at first the angle was a little too sharp for Grachev to get it in, but a great shot, sharp angle, a little over a minute to go. The crowd here at the Powerade Center rocking as you see it right there. How many times have we seen that this season when he just bullies his way through defenders?
And he didn't just... First time in their 11-year history, the Battalion have made it past the second round of the playoffs. Well, this time, they're going all the way to the OHL final.
Listen to this crowd, Doug, standing and cheering as the Battalion are going to advance in 6.
Cody Hodgson with 2 seconds left. That's the exclamation point on the captain's season.
A double exclamation point. A little gravy from the captain, Cody Hodgson. Second of the night for Hodgson. Second of this period. And the Battalion, 7-4, Doug. Unbelievable, as you mentioned. Second round of the playoffs was their best before. They're going all the way to the final.
I was here day one. I've been doing this team for 11 years, and I got to tell you, the electric atmosphere in here and the way this team has played, we've said it since the beginning of the season, this is the most well-rounded hockey club the Battalion have ever had from top to bottom, from number 1 on the roster to the last name on the list. They played a stellar game coming back from a 3-2 deficit to win this one, and we'll move on to take on the Windsor Spitfires for the OHL Championship.
Yeah,
the Brampton Battalion have won the Eastern Conference.
The Bobby Orr Trophy going to the Brampton Battalion, Doug, and that series will start Wednesday. The others running on to the ice with their civvies in celebration. That will start Wednesday night in Windsor, Doug. But what an accomplishment for this team. Absolutely tremendous. A 6-game series. Battalion take it 4 games to 2.
We're going to take a break here on OHL Primetime. Coming back with more as the Battalion win the Eastern